Hello, everyone. Happy last day of February. It's the 28th of Feb while I am recording this. Well, this is live. We are live. But if you're watching the recording, if you're watching the replay, hello, great to see you. So I'm really excited. I just felt I had all these ideas flow through my mind that I wanted to share with anyone who wants some fresh energy in their life, who wants to add some fresh energy to what you're manifesting at the moment. Maybe you feel like there's been some patterns, there's been some cycles in your life that you want to break free from. You want to level up to the next sort of chapter in your life. And so many ideas came to mind in terms of things that I could share on this subject from experience. And, there have been multiple areas in my life. Obviously, I'm still a work in progress myself too, but there have been so many different areas in my life where I can look back, and maybe you've had similar experiences too. If you look back, there's things that you do now that are actually quite effortless for you. But back in the past, there was a time when these simple things that you do without even thinking felt almost impossible. Has that ever happened to any of you where a past version of you, maybe last year, maybe a decade ago, would really struggle to do something which now you practically don't even think about doing it? So for me in particular, I had a huge quantum shift identity transformation in terms of my ability to take care of my body, in terms of perceiving myself as someone who is fit and is healthy, who has a healthy relationship with food, who has a healthy relationship with my body. 10 years ago, all of that felt actually impossible. Whereas now, it doesn't even require much of my energy. It's just kind of who I am. It's part of my identity. And manifestation, if we're looking at law of assumption and Neville Goddard teachings, is basically about doing that. It's about shifting from one self concept to another. For as long as we are glued to or addicted to or stuck in a self concept where we're living our life from limitations, stories where we don't think we can do it, etc., or we don't think it's available to us, or we don't think we deserve it or we're worthy of it, then we will continuously perpetuate the same results, the same outcome. Whereas if we can shift to identifying ourselves as the kind of person where that amount of money is available to us, where that level of health and fitness is available to us, where we can feel happy every day, where we can be in a relationship that is based on love and trust and kindness, whatever it is that you want to manifest, whether even things like, for example, if you want a job promotion, you want to yes. Hello, by the way. I'm starting to see the chat coming through. Please do, if you're here, just say hello or drop an emoji at the very least in the chat, because I can only see your names if you say something in the chat. Otherwise, it's just a number on the top of the screen for me. So hello, A Quartz, Emma, the Butterfly, Metamorphosis, beautiful name, Miss Ria, Jesus or Jesus, Devanshu, Emma again, Alicia, Luna VXL. Hello, everyone. Thank you for dropping a message in the chat. Keep them coming. Hi, Priyanka. Great to see you all on here. So, we're talking about reality shifting. We're talking about letting go of a previous identity and stepping into a new one. And I just want to let you know that this doesn't have to take long. You could decide from now, from today, that from now on, just for today, maybe sometimes the idea of changing your life forever feels like a big commitment, makes it feel hard. Then suddenly the doubts start to creep in of, can I sustain this? How long can I keep this up for? Right? So let's not look that far ahead into the future yet. Let's just look at today. How about for the rest of today, or even just, let's wind it back even more, just for the amount of time that you are on this live with me right now, that you are watching this video right now, just for that segment of your life, segment of today, you are invited to be and live from and be watching this from the point of view of the version of yourself that you want to be. So let me say that in other words, because that was a bit complicated. Whatever it is that you want, what version of yourself do you want to be? The version of yourself that is being like something, or that is doing something that you want to be able to do, or that has something. The version of you that does, or has what it is that you want, right? I invite you, just for this segment that we're together, be that version of yourself now. Feel like that version of yourself now. Step into that concept of yourself now. What would be different right now? We're just snapping into it right now. How would you feel? How would you feel about life? How would you feel? You're tuning in here. You're tuning in for maybe some inspiration. You're tuning in to be surrounded by other like-minded, positive people. You're tuning in to hear what Lucie has to say today, right? But how are you tuning in? Maybe there's a difference. Maybe you're not tuning in like, oh, I really need to get the answers. And you're just like, life's amazing right now. I'm feeling really good. How many of you have been hearing about this lucky syndrome, lucky girl syndrome, lucky guy syndrome, right? It's a new manifestation trend, but essentially it's as ancient as any manifestation trend, because it's talking about how you just decide to activate a different way of feeling about yourself and a different way of feeling about life. And you can choose right now to just feel like, oh my gosh, everything works out for me. I'm going through a lucky streak right now. I feel like so many good things are coming my way. I feel like so many good opportunities are just popping into my life. I'm having a really good chapter in my life right now. I'm going through a really good season. I can't believe that this has happened, and this has happened, and this has happened all at the same time in my life right now. This is it. I'm just such a lucky person. Everything is working out for me. Everything's falling into place. Everything is falling into place. Life is actually feeling really good at the moment. Life is feeling really easy at the moment. And by the way, I'm saying this so that you can be saying this. I'm saying this so that you can be feeling it. So allow my words, allow my affirmations that I'm saying right now to just be your mental dialogue. Allow this to be things that you're saying to yourself, and feel it. Feel, excuse me, let's have a bit of my drink. Feel these words as I'm saying them, right? Yes, it feels like my confidence is going through the roof, says A Quartz. Yes, let's all just feel that now. Imagine your confidence just because you're coming from a point of view that's different. You're choosing to activate this feeling right now. And by the way, this is the most fundamental, essential part of manifesting, is all about stepping into that desired reality. And you can do it. It's a mindset thing. It's about mind control. It's about choosing to see things from a different perspective, choosing to radiate a different energy. What is it that I say? That the law of attraction would be better called the law of radiation and attraction, so that we are constantly attracting whatever we are radiating out. So think right now, okay, I am a like a radio tower. I'm emitting a frequency right now. Close your eyes for a moment and just think, what am I radiating right now? What do I want to radiate? Maybe you want to radiate confidence. Maybe you want to radiate just absolute butterflies bubbling through your body, because you are a magnet for miracles. You are having the best chapter of your life right now. You can hardly believe, but you can believe that so many good things are coming into your life right now. Are you excited? Are you excited about life? Are you feeling good about life? Isn't this making you feel so optimistic? Isn't it just nicer, by the way, to be living like right now? I've just invited you to just feel this way just while we're here together. But if you're actually starting to feel better now than you were doing maybe before we jumped on this live, isn't actually a key to life just about, wouldn't it be just nicer if life, you could feel better more of the time? And then the fact that that can lead to more better manifestations and outcomes is such a freaking amazing bonus. But just for sometimes we activate this mode and we think, yes, I'm so lucky, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful. And then after 5 minutes or after 30 minutes, there we are, looking around going, well, where is it then? Right. So that's not enough, right? That's just faking it a little bit. So one of the things I've written here in my notes here is number one, it's super important. This everything that we're talking about right now is shifting your reality from within. If any of you, while I've been talking and while you've been trying out what I'm talking about, if you started to feel different now, if you're starting to feel like some of the weight that you've been weighing yourself down with has been, lifted, you are shifting your reality from within. The key, though, is to do it sustainably, consistently, more of the time. So the second thing that I've written down here is go beyond faking it until you make it. Sometimes that helps, just telling ourselves a story and living in that delusional world helps. But I'm inviting you to really practice. And, for people saying, how do I ignore my 3D reality? I know it's not always easy, but mind control and living in the mindset that you want to, regardless of what's going on in your 3D reality, it's not something where I can just say, do this once and you'll get there. If I were to say to you that actually it takes practice, it takes making it one of the priorities of things that you're going to focus your energy on. If you decided instead of making it something that you just spent 5 minutes a day doing, and you decided, right, I'm going to say to myself these affirmations, the story that I want to say to myself, the story that I want to believe, I'm going to say it all day long. I am the luckiest person in the world. I am so lucky. Everything is always working out for me. And if there's a specific thing that you want, right? Whether it's more money, whether it's someone, attracting the perfect relationship, whether it is living in the house that you want to live in or whatever, at the moment, what I'm doing, what I've started doing, even just for the last few days, and I'm starting to feel shifts, I'm starting to get more incomings, more requests for sponsorship deals and stuff like that just in the last few days. It's because I've been talking that kind of energy. I've got it written here on my post-it notes. I've got a post-it note here that reminds me that my videos help people. This is one of the things I've been reminding myself of. My videos help people and I deserve to be paid millions for that service. My videos help people and I deserve to be paid millions for that service. My videos help people and I deserve to be paid millions for that service, right? I'm affirming that and affirming that and affirming that. And the more you say it, the more you feel it, the more you realize it, the more you start to believe it. And that's what's really important. Not just faking it, not just saying things that you feel are a lie, but finding some way, and that's down to you as an individual, to look at a story that I've been just telling myself. And, the only difference between you and somebody else might just be that they believe they're thinking bigger. They're being what you could call delusional, but I don't even like using that word because delusional still sounds like you're kind of lying to yourself. What if you just activated a version of yourself that decided to see yourself as brilliant, that saw how much potential you have, that knew that you could do it? Why the heck not? Just as much as anyone else, you are overqualified to achieve, to be, and do and have anything that you want. The biggest obstacle, the biggest thing that prevents things from happening for us is ourselves, is us not even opening ourselves up to the possibility of amazing things happening for us. Obviously, there are other obstacles that come up, but everyone on the planet, receives ups, downs, obstacles, all sorts of things, right? We all have those seasons in our life. But imagine if you could navigate all of those with more flow and more ease just because you are approaching life with a different identity where you know that you've got this on lockdown, you can handle this, you're safe, you're secure, you're amazing, you're good enough, and everything is always really working out for you when you boil it down. Akriti is saying, could you suggest me some affirmations to clear my engineering entrance exam? Okay, amazing. Well, first of all, knowing that you are more than good enough, that you are born to be an engineer, that you are super intelligent, super well educated, super disciplined and hardworking, and that any engineering school would be so lucky and honored to have you. Say those kind of things to yourself. Start to see yourself as the kind of engineering student who's going to be one of the best, right? I am one of the best engineering students that this university has ever seen. I'm so excited to show this university how good I am. I'm excited to become one of the best engineers in my country or of my generation or whatever. And as well as saying that, it's not just about the words, just magic words and hoping that you get the result. These words, the point of them is to change your subconscious beliefs to knowing that you actually are. This is the difference between faking it and actually being it. The goal is to actually become that then. Okay. So, what version of yourself do you think you need to be in order to clear this engineering entrance exam? Probably one who dedicates themselves to their revision and study, who studies more and immerses their brain more in their subject to become an absolute master at their subject, right? So this isn't just about like abracadabra, say a few magic words, don't do anything and get the results. This is about shifting your identity, if need be, to start showing up to life as the version of yourself that's going to absolutely smash the exam with flying colors. Right. And this is a message for anybody and everybody. You can apply this to any goal that you have. If we can get our subconscious mind to be on side, to have these deep rooted beliefs in our mind that that is who we are, then when you wake up in the morning, you're going to feel more motivation to study, to revise, to do whatever the steps are required to achieve the outcome. You're going to have the confidence to trust in your intuition. Your mind is going to be opened up to ideas, to the right answers. If your reticular activating system is living from a program where you trust that you know the answers, then when you're in the exam, instead of panicking and maybe then this story takes over where, oh my God, I actually don't know, you're going to be able to be calm. You're going to be able to take a moment, think about it, and allow the right idea to come from the depths of your subconscious mind from the studying that you did. Do you see what I mean? So, okay. So, I want to talk to you now about a couple of things because I'm really feeling on fire about this kind of side of manifestation at the moment. And hopefully, you're getting some value from this live. Let me know if you've had any adjustments in your perspective, if maybe you're feeling a little bit more motivated since you've been tuned into this live than you were before you tuned in. That was my intention when I came live here. I was thinking, how can I give someone that refresher, that reminder of, oh yeah, this is how I can feel, this is how it can be, because I know that I also need those reminders just as much as the next person. So this weekend, please get your diaries out. This weekend, so this Saturday and Sunday, which is the 4th and the 5th of March, in my YouTube members area, I am going to be running a live event called Spring Awakening. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, every single month in my YouTube members area, I do a live event. It's like this. We have interactive workshops. We do deep hypnotic meditations. And for this Spring Awakening event that I'm going to be doing, it's basically going to be going deeper into what we've been talking about today, right? So this is all I'm focusing on right now. I'm thinking, okay, it's a new month coming up, new spring energy. All of these are great excuses to let go of a past chapter, let go of an old belief system, let go of an old pattern, and step into new energy, right? So I want you to right now to feel, right, okay, there's a new month coming, there's a new season coming. For those of you who live in the Northern Hemisphere, the winter months are, pretty much over now. And we are stepping into the spring. So I thought this is the perfect time for spring awakening. So, first of all, what do we associate with spring? We associate new beginnings, we associate rebirth, new birth, new life, right? Plants starting to awaken and grow and blossom again, warmer weather, longer days. Everything about the spring is about new energy, new possibilities, and a new amount of life and abundance flowing in our way. So it's a great opportunity to connect to that kind of energy. Some of you may know that in many, many cultures during the springtime, people do things called spring cleaning, right? How many of you, depending on where you are in the world, here in the UK, maybe in other countries as well, when it comes to the springtime, we talk about, right, it's time to do some spring cleaning. And spring cleaning is all about decluttering, creating space in your life for new. Yes, having a good purge, getting rid of anything that no longer sparks that energy, getting rid of anything, saying goodbye with gratitude, letting go of anything that actually maybe was associated with your previous chapter, with the past. And if you look forwards and you decide, right, from now on, I'm activating a new level of myself, you can go around even your physical space, your house, and ask yourself, is this relevant to the new version of myself? Do I need to carry this forward into this new chapter that I am now in? Is this still relevant to who I am today, this new version of yourself that you are becoming? Because our environment actually affects about a third of our manifesting abilities, because our environment is constantly, we're constantly seeing it. Our subconscious mind is constantly seeing our environment, and there might be some things that you can't change within your environment, but there's always a degree of things that you can change, right? If you set yourself up and make some changes to your current environment, whether it's tidying it up or getting rid of some things, or maybe replacing a couple of objects in your home with fresh new ones, changing some of the artwork, right? Moving some furniture around, even clearing the garden, making it all tidy again, whatever it is that you have in your space that you can adjust and make positive changes to, this is actually going to show your subconscious mind that new things are coming, that we are in a new season now. It can be literally a physical representation of who you are from now on. So, taking it back to this weekend's event on the 4th and the 5th of March for Spring Awakening, one of the things we're going to be doing are a number of rituals to create space for your desires, for your manifestations to come into your reality. So, we're going to actually be doing a physical decluttering challenge, but we're also going to be doing mental and emotional decluttering as well. So, the physical, the things in your environment, is just one type of clutter. Of course, there is also mental clutter, energetic and emotional clutter as well. So I'm going to be taking anyone who's part of the Spring Awakening event this weekend through a few different exercises to do that. We're also, how I'm talking about embodying and alchemizing to the new version of yourself. This weekend at the event, we're also going to be doing some interactive sessions, because I've got some feedback from my YouTube members and they've told me that their favorite types of sessions are ones where we're actually doing different activities together. And I feel like when you're doing something together with other people, it's like you feeling supported. Well, to me or some of the other people who are at the event, it just is so nice, isn't it, to know that you're not on your own and you're doing it with others. So the power of co-creation and interactive sessions is something we're doing this weekend. So the sessions are all going to be about how to alchemize into the best version of yourself as well. So it's not just going to be an idea or a vision. We're really going to look at how can we do a spring clean. Again, it's a sort of spring clean I would use as the way to describe it. We're going to be spring cleaning our identity to start getting rid of any old patterns, habits, thoughts, limiting beliefs, etc., that aren't in alignment with the best versions of us. We're going to alchemize on a cellular level into that next level version of us. So that's another thing we're going to be doing this weekend. And remember how I've mentioned to you a couple of times on this live about how when you can get your subconscious mind on your side working with you, this of course leads to much better results, because 95% of what we do is controlled by our subconscious mind anyway, right? So it's all well and good to sort of think, oh yes, I'd like to change my life, but then it can be really frustrating when we then keep seeing ourselves stop ourselves, right? Um, so I think if we can get our subconscious mind on board, then suddenly the part that's actually controlling most of what we're doing in the background is working for us and not against us. So that I always think, regardless, whether it's spring, winter, summer, autumn, anytime, right? Um, if we can get our subconscious mind to be working for us, not against us, that's going to mean that when you wake up every day, the ideas that come to you, or the impulses that you get, or the things that you prioritize, or the things that you say even without thinking, are all going to be moving you closer towards what you want rather than potentially holding you back and stopping you, right? I think we all know it. Our subconscious mind is really what's in control here. So, we're going to be doing some deep hypnotic meditations to help to reprogram the subconscious mind to your highest timeline. So, we're going to go down into a theta state so that your mind is more relaxed and more susceptible to programming. We're going to let go of the old stories and program in the new. So that's all taking place this weekend. Such divine timing for me, says Emma. Absolutely. For me too. I'm feeling it too. And it's interesting. There's often these alignments. Often I have people in this community saying, oh my gosh, I needed this message just at this right time. And it's no surprise, right? We've all manifested each other. We're all in some kind of vibrational alignment with each other. That's why we're here on YouTube together right now. So I always think to myself, what actually would what am I going through right now that I am working on? And usually that's often very parallel to what a lot of other people in the community are going through as well. So I'm really grateful too, because we get to both learn and grow together. So what was I going to say? Yes. So if you want to join Spring Awakening, it's very simple. All you need to do is become one of my YouTube members. Okay. So to tell you a bit about the YouTube membership, if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like subscribing to a Netflix or a Spotify, but you're subscribed to my members area. So it's a monthly subscription. You can cancel at any time. But I find that most of the people who join the membership find it so valuable that they just stay subscribed each month, because you basically get excuse me, one live course, one live event every single month with me. So in January, my members area, we had the Quantum New Year retreat. So everyone who was part of the members area, we did interactive sessions to help get complete clarity on what we wanted to create in 2023. We did some very deep dive meditations. We helped let go of all sorts of things. And already, since January, I've been getting messages from people who were part of the Quantum New Year retreat telling me things like, oh my gosh, since the Quantum New Year retreat and since I wrote down those things, I've got the job promotion that I wanted. Everything's falling into place. My new business is going really well. January. And then in February, we had Living on Love. That was the February event. Obviously, February, I love to associate with the month of love, the month of self-love. So we were looking at our vibrational frequencies and how we can, and this has been transformative for me as well. It helped me to become more aware of what vibrational frequency am I on at any time of day. Not just during your morning routine, right? But dominantly, what is my dominant vibration? And if we can dominantly be on one of the highest vibrations, happiness, joy, love, peace, gratitude, if we can be living on love or above, that's why it's called living on love, then life just starts to flow and feel different. So that was February. And then so coming up March 4th to 5th, we're doing the Spring Awakening. And I'm thinking for April, I've already got some ideas for April. I'm thinking that April can be the month of luck and the lucky syndrome and bringing in all of that kind of thing. We might do a lucky syndrome challenge in April as well. Just a few ideas. I'm always open to requests. So let me actually put in the chat here, because if you do want to become a member, no pressure either way, of course. But for those of you who are like, yep, I want to maybe, prioritize my growth. You like the idea of being able to access all sorts of live events. By the way, when you join, you'll also be able to access the Quantum New Year retreat, the Living on Love, all of that kind of thing. Miss Ria is requesting to do some kind of money manifestation challenge. Love that. Yes, yes, yes. I'm open to that. All the more requests I'm open to. So just to clarify, I would advise for anyone who does want to join to select the transformation tribe level, which is the medium level of the members only. So you can see there's an entry level, which is called Manifestation Bestie. There's the mid level, which is called the Transformation Tribe. That one is the one I'm talking about, where you're going to be able to access the live event this weekend and all of the previous courses and online events and masterclasses that I've ever done for my members. Choose the transformation tribe, then you're going to get access to all of that. Like I said, you can cancel at any time. I just wanted to let you all know about it because I want us, as many of us, to be doing it together this weekend. What else was I going to share about it? Yeah, I would say that, let me just actually check how many videos there are already in the members area. If you were to join the members only area, you're going to have access to, let me just have a look at how many videos we've already got. Okay, so there's amazing. So there's 64 videos already in the members only area. So some of them as well are full moon rituals, new moon rituals that you can do every full moon and every new moon. I go live every full moon and every new moon in the members area for those kind of things. What else have we got? We've got Living on Love, the course from February. We've got the full length version of my wedding video in there. Occasionally, I just do more spontaneous lives depending on whatever my members are asking for at that point. So it's kind of a good intimate thing to have like intimate coaching on a live. We've got reconnecting to your inner child guided meditations, becoming your higher self meditations, the quantum new year retreat. We've got a Ho'oponopono meditation in there. We've got the 12 universal laws of success. That's a 12-part series that we've got in the members area. We've got a few different vlogs. Oh, and we've got some guest master classes as well. So there's a masterclass with a clinical hypnotherapist called Natalie, who is incredible. She gave us an hour-long masterclass all about manifestation, limiting beliefs, and how to let go of them from a sort of clinical psychologist's point of view. So for any of you where sometimes, you're open to manifestation, you're open to all the woo-woo stuff, but you also like to know that it is grounded in science, that there is some kind of psychological backing to manifestation. Because in my eyes, manifestation is psychology. It's leveraging the power of our own subconscious mind, of our own energy. There's nothing that mystical about manifesting. It's all about making our mind work for us, not against us. That's really what I believe manifestation is first and foremost. So yeah, there's all kinds of sessions on there with different guest teachers, some with Beth Allen Hawes. Beth Allen Hawes is a tapping expert. So she came in and did a few tapping sessions with us. Some of you might remember Julia Guerreri. Julia Guerreri was, she's a good friend of mine. She's manifested all kinds of financial quantum leaps in her life. Like, she is my mentor in many ways. I look up to her in terms of how she has a business mindset. If you follow her on Instagram, actually, check her out. I am Julia Guerreri. She's a good friend of mine. I think that's how you spell it. Guerreri. It'll come up if you search for that. It's I think that's how you spell her name. She made about $30,000 last week. Like, she just, if you follow her, she will help you to just see like, whoa, okay, things that I thought maybe were limits, and she's just breaking all those limits left, right, and center and showing you what's possible. So we've actually got an exclusive masterclass with her in the members area as well. So if you want to join for this weekend's event, Spring Awakening, join, but know that you can also scroll back through the entire library in your own time and just binge all of those masterclasses and stuff like that. They're usually longer than the average YouTube video, so it's really great for people who want to get their teeth into something and get a proper transformation. We've got some questions here. Can you cancel the membership at any time? Yes, You can, absolutely. You're not tied to anything. It's a month on month kind of thing. Just like how you would subscribe to Netflix or Spotify or any of those kind of things where you can cancel at any time. But usually, if you're just loving the platform and what you get, it just becomes part of your, monthly outgoings. You know what I mean? But it's an investment. It's kind of like a way of getting access to all sorts of transformative online courses. If anything, it's probably a lot more valuable to our life than Netflix. Am I right? Netflix is usually probably just, don't get me wrong. I love a good, just chill out session when I want to rest and tune into Netflix. I love Netflix, but if I'm thinking about my personal development and my growth and shifting my mindset, maybe Netflix isn't the place for that. Whereas my members area definitely is. So, anyway, just looking through some of your comments, my personal experience listening to subliminal and writing a gratitude journal helps. Yes, this is great, by the way. Please feel free to share your, you know, if we're looking at, I think the main conclusion that I want to leave you with on this live is that now is the perfect time to shift into your new reality. I want each and every one of you to know that you can decide today. What is it? Today is the 28th of February, right? End of a month, beginning of a new month. You can, of course, draw a line in the sand at any time, but something about a new month gives that new energy. It's also going to be a new season, right? The days are getting longer. Spring is coming, new beginnings, new life, new opportunities. I want each and every one of you to know that you can decide that you are stepping into a totally new chapter in your life. There are parallel universes that exist, the universe where you have it, the universe where you don't have it, and all the others as well, right? You can choose to let go of one reality and step into a new reality at any point because our subconscious mind is the biggest influence in deciding which timeline, which path we're going to walk down. But it takes more than just a little bit of affirmations or watching a few YouTube videos. If you can decide, okay, I want to make this my priority. I want to start prioritizing whatever I need to do. Give me the whole toolkit. Let me do the affirmations, the gratitude journal. But beyond that, let me go on manifesting walks, manifesting rampages. Today at lunchtime, Jamie, my husband, and I, we went on a walk and I said to him, should we just play a manifestation game? Should we just for this walk and talk as if what we want, this particular goal of ours, as if it's done already, right? And he was so up for it. I love him. He's just so on board with all the manifestation stuff. And he was great at it. I love getting him involved in manifesting stuff because he's often better at it than I am. He's got an amazing, and I mean this in a complimentary way, he's uncomplicated. Sometimes I can overthink, I don't know whether that's a feminine thing versus a masculine thing or whether it's just a person on person thing. He's the kind of person where he puts his head on the pillow and he's gone. Like he falls asleep in seconds. And I just think that's such a good like it says a lot about him, about how clear his conscience is and how he just knows, okay, time to switch off the brain. And he just goes. It's great. So he's great at manifesting as well because he just goes, okay, let's do that. Okay, let's focus on this. And it's uncomplicated, which is a great it's a great way of being when it comes to manifesting, right? So we went on a nice manifesting walk today and we were just chatting away. Not even, I said to him, let's not play pretend, right? Let's not be talking as if. Let's actually just live in that reality just for this walk. But it felt so good that we haven't stopped either. My most casual manifestations always come in the fastest and smoothest. Yeah. When you're just feeling chilled, confident, neutral. That would be cool. I'm happy either way. Acceptance and patience is important, says Kristen. You are not alone. Ask your guides anytime for light and comfort when you need it. If they love you, because they love you and they want nothing more than to help you help yourself. Great point as well. More advice coming in. We've got some great advice. Build your relationships with yourself. Yes, I talk about this all the time, don't I? Notice your patterns and thoughts so you can better support yourself through any doubt that blocks your desired manifestation. That's such a huge point. That's actually part of the exercise that I'll be doing this weekend about decluttering and changing your mindset into your highest timeline. Is sometimes it's really important to just write down on a piece of paper, just really, um, really clearly, just bring what are the stories I've been telling myself? What lies have I been telling myself? What stories, they might not feel like lies because you've been living in them and they, feel very much like your reality. You've created a whole reality that agrees with those stories, right? But most of the time, anything that we've got in our life where it's a result that where it's we haven't got the results that we wanted, usually what came first is some kind of assumption, some kind of expectation, some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I suppose assumption is the best word I can think of right now, where we don't think that it's going to happen. And that might be something that you actually remember worrying about or doubting or thinking about. Or it might be from your mom, or it might be from your dad, or it might be from, the environment that you grew up in, the demographic that you grew up in, this economic or society, environment that you grew up in. And some of those things feel very, very real. But if there's anything where you can question it and you can go, hang on a second, okay, so that might have been the truth for a lot of people around me. Does it have to be my only truth moving forwards? Or is there a reality that I could also live in? Is there a parallel reality that I could step into now that is different, that would be a lot more preferable for me to be telling myself? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this live now. I'm going to drop the link for this weekend's Spring Awakening event in the description for any of you who want to join us for that. It'll also be in the description underneath this video as well. Um, Kayla, I would love to share how I've manifested a free MFK Baccarat Rouge 540. I did it unintentionally. So now I'm working on my dream life. Thank you so much for all you teach us. Oh, Kayla, congratulations. I always, always, always love hearing more manifestation success stories. And yes, sometimes if there's ever a time when you can see, when you connect the dots looking backwards, you unintentionally manifested it, look at how were you feeling about it? What kind of amount of energy and focus did you put on it? What were your beliefs about whether something was possible or not possible? How did you generally, like, what kind of emotions were you radiating to in terms of how you were feeling about that subject? And you can then take lessons from the things, because we're always constantly manifesting things, right? Even if we're not doing a technique as specifically, but our mindset is still always working and we're always radiating some kind of frequency. So it's great to be able to look back and learn from the things that we have manifested into our lives. But most of the time, the ones where we're not worried about it and we're just feeling calm and confident and happy either way and thinking that would be cool if that happened, and letting it go. And then focusing on feeling good, focusing on staying connected is the best way. So thank you so much for all being here. Thank you for being so interactive and engaged in the chat. There have been so many things come through in the chat. I'm sorry I haven't been able to read every single message that you've sent through, but I really appreciate you all being here. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I've got more videos to come out this week as well. My goal is to be bringing out videos every other day on this channel. So please feel free to come back to my channel a bit more regularly now that there's going to be more regular content. The YouTube algorithm is doing all kinds of funky things at the moment, and I'm aware that you might not always be notified when I'm posting new content. So while we're all here together, I may as well let you know that there's going to be more content. So feel free to come back to the channel, even if YouTube's not showing you my videos all the time. I love you all so much. Looking forward to this weekend. I'll post the link one more time for any of you who want to join the Transformation Tribe for this weekend's event and all the other online courses available. Sending so much love to you, so much power to you. Seeing you, I am seeing you as the best version of you. I'm seeing you as the version of you that knows and believes and just radiates confidence in themselves. I see you as the version of yourself that is feeling so happy and confident and self assured. I am seeing you as the version of yourself that is living a miraculous, effortless life where everything that you want comes to you so quickly and easily. And I'm seeing you as the version of yourself that has such a strong spirit and such a positive mindset, even when things don't go to your plan. I'm seeing you as the version of yourself that still finds a way to feel gratitude, knowing that you still are abundantly blessed beyond belief. I'm seeing you as the version of yourself who can navigate those detours, knowing that they're all detours in the right direction. I'm seeing you as the version of yourself that has everything that you want and more. I'm seeing you as the version of yourself that's growing, having breakthroughs, seeing positive changes, stepping into your highest timeline. And it all starts with this new season, March the 1st tomorrow. Spring is coming and your awakening is coming. Love you all so much. See you soon. Bye, everyone.